Hello, today I thought I would do a quick trash to treasure with you for Christmas. I want to make a Christmas sign. I have this sign that I got from the Goodwill bins. I think this stuff is like 79 cents a pound, so this weighs literally nothing. So I'm sure it was less than $1. First thing I'm going to do is wipe this off with a wet wipe. And let me show you that. I just have a wet wipe that I'm just gonna wipe it off because it's really nothing on it, but you know there's dust and grime from being at the bins and wherever it came from. So you always want to clean everything before you paint it. So right now I'm just taking the tag off. And I also like to remove all the stickers from the back. This looked like it may have came from Hobby Lobby or somewhere. Just a home decor piece. But these signs are all good to use. Like when you want to remake something or have a DIY in mind. These are always good. I always pick up wood signs, wood bowls to pick them up at the Goodwill to use for DIY. So this is going to be a good trash to treasure Christmas decoration. All right. So we have this. I got my wet wipe and I'm just going to wipe it down. I'm not really worried about the back. I'm going to leave it like this. I just want to wipe it down. And I want to wipe, just get any dust or grime. It's like I said, it feels like nothing's on it, but just in case. I'm going to use DIY's White Swan. I like this paint. I get my paint from Sonic's Garden Bloom. She's on YouTube. This is why I order my, not all my paint, but this is where I get my DIY paint from. I got my DIY paint from her, and I get some of my IOD stamps from her as well. I'm going to paint this and give it 2 coats, and then I'll be back. I painted my sign. I only needed 1 coat of the DIY paint, so that was good. It was really very thick. So I just cut out the images that I wanted on my Cricut and my letters. So I'm going to place those on the board so I can create my sign. I don't know what my Cricut my little scraper is, so I'm just going to press down with this. It's just a top. You can use a credit card, anything, just hard plastic. Right here, I'm going to move the manger scene. It's down too far for me. I was thinking because it was just one piece and it wasn't, it wasn't too intricate that I could just pull it up and I could move it myself. It was a bad idea. Um, I I think that you would have a better results if you were able to move it with the clear film that you use on the cutout and move it up that way. You'll see where I tore it. I do feel like I salvaged it pretty good, but in the future I will try to move it with the film. Right now, I'm just going to take some greenery that I had. I took it off of I think I had two small wreaths that I had, and I took those apart. I felt like this greenery was appropriate for this picture. It had a little flow to it. I'm going to put it on the outer edge, just sporadically around until I get the feel that I want for the picture, and then we're going to make a bow. So this is where we are so far. And now I'm going to make a bow and put a bow right here. And I'm going to glue these down. I don't want it too stiff. I do want the edges glued down. You don't want it too stiff. You want to have some kind of flow to it. And be careful when you're working with hot glue. I wasn't touching it. I'm just pressing down on the top of it. And just kind of let it sit. Some stuff is harder to hot glue than others. This is kind of a plasticky kind of greenery. And it's just taking a little longer to set. But once it's set, it's there. I was just wondering if I maybe needed another piece. Because the whole thing is I want to fill in this little dead space right here. So that's a little too big. I think this other piece of greenery will kind of get me where I need to be. And it's very flowy. It's not really stiff. I like that about this. I had I had these wreaths, so I just took it apart And that's why I got this first set of greenery from. You get greenery anywhere. If you go in a thrift store and you find, if you know, do the home decor and you find greenery, always pick it up because you'll always be able to use it on something. I got the bells. I have these picks that I got on clearance last year. So that's where this bill came from. And I'm wondering, do I need to maybe put another bill up here? That just helps with the rustic look. That was too many. Let's see. And put another piece of greenery right here. Like I said, I'm just trying to cover up this dead space. I'll hold that right there in place. And get another glue stick. It's still a little wet. For my veil up there. And we'll put just a tad bit more greenery up here. And then we're going to add a bow, and we're going to be finished with this. I thought I wanted some greenery up here. There we go. So let's see if I can push this down. And get one of these little bitty pine cones. And push right in there where we have all that empty glue. Use your embellishments to hide the glue. Sometimes I have too much glue. I have a little too much over here, but that's fine because that's where we're going to put a bow. But just use your embellishments to hide if you have globs of glue. And sometimes I put more glue than I should. Trying to get this, I've got it coming off of the board and I don't want it. So I'm going to hold that in place for just a bit. And then that should be good. Now I have this, what is it, 3.5 inch wide ribbon with a wire. So I'm going to attempt to make a bow. I'm going to see what happens. And I'm just going to make a basic bow. Here's just going to press it like this. And crisscross it and just gather it. Like that. Then I'm going to take my tail and I'm going to cut it at an angle. on both sides. You just fold it and cut it. So this is the first bowl that I made, and this is the second bowl that I made, and I think this one looks better. So we're gonna work with this one. We cut the ends. Put some hot glue up here. With some greenery. Let's see. There we go. I think that does it. What y'all think? And let's see what the finished product looks like, guys.